Well, hello and welcome to MBE Box Office, where we discuss and break down the top 10 best performing movies in the United Kingdom's box office. And Stephen, this is for the weekend of the 7th of June to the 9th of June 2019. What have we got at number one? It's starting to get a little bit boring now, Stephen.
I wouldn't say that, John. We've got a few new entries in there, but number one this week, and its third week, is 3.9 million over the weekend, grossing 26 million overall. It is Aladdin.
Yes, obviously the Guy Ritchie new Disney classic remake, Stephen. Now, I say classic, it's not so much one of the actual classics. I mean, these they go way back to the 1950s.
Modern classics, I would say.
Modern classic, yes. It's 93, Robin Williams, the late great, and now it's Will Smith, obviously playing the genie. We've spoke about this movie, Stephen, quite a few times now. It's been here for 3 weeks. It's actually 4 weeks for this week, so this show is always a week behind. So, still at number one though, it's doing incredibly well for Disney. Once again, these guys just know how to rake in the money, Stephen. They must be sitting at about 5 billion for 2019 already. 25.9 million overall is incredible after 3 weeks. I can't recall what the actual cusp is for the top 10. I think it's closer to 50 million or something like that, but it's doing really well nonetheless. Overall, worldwide, $724.8 million off of a $183 million budget. That is fantabulous.
Yeah,
it's no emancipation of one Harley Quinn, but it's fantabulous nonetheless. A gargantuan success. And look, I love the film, Stephen. I know you loved it as well.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it, John. Number two this week is Dark Phoenix, in its first week, grossing 3.7 million over the weekend, and of course 3.7 million overall.
Yes, opening in a pretty decent 615 theatres, Stephen. £3.7 million of an opening is not what, I was about to say Fox, it's actually Disney now technically, but it's not what they would have been hoping for this movie.
No.
This is the culmination of all things Fassbender, McAvoy, Lawrence, Holt in the X-Men world, cinematic universe, whatever you want to call it, and it's a bit of a disaster, Stephen. We have spoke about it last week on Heroes. It's the worst opening of any X-Men movie, any movie in that franchise, and that has really been reflected overall worldwide. $204.2 million. We've not got the budget. I presume it'd be pretty sizable. There's issues, they had to rewrite the ending and whatnot. I'm sure if I let you in, I'd probably find the budget if I'd care to. But look, Stephen, I'll briefly touch upon it. I went to see the movie. I can understand why it's not doing so well at the box office, because it's a bit of a letdown. It's a shame for Simon Kinberg. I think he's produced and been involved in some of the writing, most of the writing, I think, of the X-Men movies in this Fox cinematic universe. This is his first time directing, and you can tell it's a bit of a mess. The story's just lacklustre. The antagonist, played by Jessica Chastain's crap.
Days of Future Past. I'm not involved in it.
He
may have been the writer on it.
I think he wrote it, Stephen. I don't think he directed it, but it's lacklustre.
Yeah, and listen, I can't really say too much just now because I've not seen the movie, John. I will catch up on this later on this week. But from what I gather, and from what I hear, and from what I've been advised from a lot of pundits out there, saying to stay away from this movie. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I will certainly make up my own mind on the film. I'm not really holding up too much hope for the film now, just with the feedback from it. But I've seen every X-Men film in this 19-year span. Some have been great, some have been disasters. But I will watch it and I will give my thoughts.
Stephen, I told you after I'd seen it, it's not a terrible film by any means. It's just not a good film. It's certainly worth watching if you're a fan of the X-Men franchise. I'd just urge you to go in and watch it purely to support these great actors who've been around for so long now. Great action moments in there, but just certain things let it down. Most of it lets it down. It's not great, it's not terrible either, though. It's certainly not befitting of this terrible rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's still better than Origins, but horses for courses.
Number three this week, John, it's Rocketman. It's third week, grossing 2.2 million over the weekend and 16.1 million overall.
Steve Taron Egerton led Stephen Rocketman, obviously the biopic about one Elton Hercules musical. John, I think he likes to call himself. It's a great musical, Stephen. We spoke about it last week. Really does blend the musical elements into the biopic elements very, very well.
I think we got the song wrong, didn't we?
Yeah, we did get the song wrong. I think it was.
I think we said your
song, and it was. Sorry.
I Want Love.
I Want Love. Yeah. I was about to say sorry seems to be the hardest word. That wasn't the song either, John. I don't think that even. I think that may have been in it. I think it touched upon just about every one of his hits. Really enjoyed it though, Stephen. Didn't shy away from the darker side of the man. It really did show you the uplifting spirit of the songs as well, just with these fantastical settings and whatnot. And it delved really intelligently back into his past through this Alcoholic Anonymous group set. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the performance of Taron Egerton. I think he fully will be deserving of an Oscar come awards season. But look, $133.1 million worldwide off of a $40 million budget. That's got to be a profit, surely. I know they did have quite a sizable promotional push, so I'm not entirely sure how much of a profit, but it's only been out 2 weeks, and it will probably make a decent profit for Dexter Fletcher and I think it was Paramount, so hats off to them.
Yeah, certainly. Number 4 this week, it's The Secret Life of Pets 2, and its third week it's grossed another $2 million over the weekend, 14.7 million overall. 14.7
million, Stephen, for a sequel to a pretty decent animated sort of, I don't want to say franchise, it's only 2 movies, I don't know if that qualifies as a franchise, but it's done decent. $154.5 million. I say it's done decent over here. Overall, worldwide, pretty crap. $80 million budget. It's just about breaking even, I'd have thought by now, because they had a whole lot of TV spots and individual character trailers and whatnot. Spoke about it time and again, the likes of Rooster, played by Harrison Ford, obviously Snowball, I think it's Gidget, Max, Duke, just all the characters are back, but for me the story didn't work. It wasn't as good as the first movie. The antagonist was just forgettable, and but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was okay, and it's suppose it'll eke out a profit, maybe.
I don't know. I think it will, John, just about. Number 5 this week, maybe. We're halfway through. It is in its first week. Take That, it's Greatest Hits live concert grossing $1.8 million over the weekend, 1.8 million overall. This just came out of nowhere, John.
Yes, it has. Things can only get better, Stephen. This is what I'll say about this. But look, Take That. It's a cine live thing. It's one of these live performances you can go into the cinema and experience the joy of seeing your favourite band or act live. I was going to say just like Shine a Light, but it's nothing like Shine a Light. No, it's nothing like Shine a Light. Gary Barlow, I can't recall the other 2 chaps. It's down to 3. I know Gary. Is it? It's down to 3. Robbie Williams is not here. He's gone. Howard somebody. Howard, and then the little guy who sang some other. I don't even know if Howard's his first name or his second name. Can't remember. But Gary Barlow's there, Stephen. That's all that matters. He's the talented one. It's a cine live thing, Stephen. 1.8 million. Incredibly, it's shown in 606 theatres. I think that probably tells you the reach of Take That. Never been a big fan of Take That. Before my time, and then they've since came during my time, and I don't care about them. They were never in my timeline, John. Yeah. You were obviously like the ancient one. You just completely discarded that and done a Loki and ran away. I wish I could have, Stephen, but look. Listen, we'll move on very swiftly, John, to number 6 this week. It's Godzilla, King of the Monsters in its second week. It's grossed £1 million over the weekend, 5.5 million overall. Yes, a 70% drop in its second weekend, Stephen. That is massive. That is a huge drop. Here, John, Shockeroonie. Shockeroonie, Stephen, we reacted to the trailers for this. And I says at the time, I loved them. I was concerned that the trailers were giving away everything, and I was slapped down by somebody saying, no, the director's already confirmed the whole first half of a movie will be out and out action. And then I did say I would give it a chance. I'd perhaps go and see it if the critics were favourable in the reviews. The reviews came out and they says it was just stinking the place up. It was an absolute pile of shit. So I've not went to see the movie, Stephen. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan. I don't know much about the character or the world. It seems to be a whole mythos surrounding these characters. I don't know what the tri-headed thing is and all these other monsters. So I'm perhaps not the target demographic here, but I'm not going to go and see it, Stephen. It's an absolute pile of crap, and it is stinking up the box office as well. $339.4 million, $170 million budget, massive promotional push. It's probably just about broke even, to be fair. It's not as bad as I'm making out, but look, they would have expected this to do a lot better. This is Warner Brothers. They put a huge amount of money into this movie, and they would have expected it to make a massive profit. And sadly, it's not, and I'm not going to help it. No. Sorry. Number 7 this week, John, it's a film called Bharat. In its first week, it's grossed £600,000 over the weekend, and of course, overall. Yeah, Stephen, this is an Indian release. Obviously, it's about, I think, I read the synopsis, it's the cusp of India's birth as an independent nation. A family makes an arduous journey, and this young chap with freedom to freedom at cost, and a young boy called Bharat, it says makes a promise to his father to keep his family safe. So this is they're together no matter what. So this is the pretext of the movie. It's an action drama, 12A, and look, it's in the box office because, as I said time and again, Stephen, we have a very sizable Indian populace here in the United Kingdom, and they are obviously getting out and supporting an Indian release, and hats off to them. In terms of worldwide, it doesn't have any real worldwide numbers. I don't know why we don't seem to get Indian box office numbers here, because it's a subcontinent with a huge populace, and there is no way they are not going out and watching this movie, so we should have
it could just be simply that it's hard to track, John. I'm not sure because of the population. I'm not sure.
That's possible. 1.8 million dollars in the United States.
I think as well, John, when these films do hit our cinemas, they normally are period pieces as well. They're normally set during some kind of historical conflict or something like that. But I
find it very interesting, Stephen, that we don't see more of a layover of Bollywood in Indian releases.
No.
Sort of translating it and bringing it into English-speaking countries. Why we don't see more people going and celebrating it. Certainly we get that with the Asian films, the martial art movies, the Ip Man trilogy and whatnot. I'm surprised we don't get more of this with obviously the Hindi movies. It's strange. That's what we do, and I'm not aware of it.
We never know, John. But listen, we'll move on to number 8 this week, and its first week it's grossed £500,000 over the weekend, and clearly overall it's Casino Royale. Strangely enough. Yeah, it's
from 2006, isn't it, Stephen? The first Daniel Craig Bond movie. It's a secret cinema release, Stephen, 2019. We spoke about these before with the likes of Blade Runner. I can't recall the other one, but it's this company that set up an experience where you can go into the theatre and you become immersed, and there's actors help you immerse into the movie. You can't take your phone in, you have to just allow yourself to become part of the experience. It's very expensive. I think it's about a ridiculous amount of money anyway, £60 or something.
Wow.
Something like that.
Is Daniel Craig there?
He's not, sadly, I don't think. I'm not aware. It's only shown in 11 theatres, and it's grossed, as you did say, nearly £500,000. So that is an insane amount of money for not too many theatres.
I'm not a big Bond fan, John, but I did like that film.
I did like it.
I thought it was a breath of fresh air for the franchise. I think it's Daniel Craig as well. I thought it was just the perfect guy to play Bond at this point as well. And I think he gave but he did give it a breath of. It was a breath of fresh air for that character at the time, John. 2006, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Was it 2006?
It was. I did check that, John. But you're right. 13-year-old already.
It's crazy, and he's coming into his last one, Bond 25, obviously. So.
But we'll move on to number 9 this week. It's John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, and its fourth week. It's grossed another £500,000 over the weekend, 9.1 million overall. Yes, and it's grossed another, Lord knows how much, Stephen, to add to its domestic worldwide total. It's now sitting at 276.1 million worldwide. I think the budget was $55 million. Massive profit, but look, it's surprised me it's not growing more, Stephen. This started very strongly. It opened at number 1 in the United States. It opened at number 1 over here. Really surprised it hasn't grossed a little bit more, but that'll be enough for Lionsgate and obviously Keanu Reeves and I think it's Chad Stahelski to go on and obviously set up more spin-offs and obviously a sequel to this. They've said they've got numerous stories in the pipeline for these characters, and I went to see it. I really enjoyed it, Steve. Basically what they're doing at the moment, Yeah, I'm glad to see it's made a profit, Steve. I'm glad to see it's done okay in the United Kingdom's box office. Sad to see it down at number 9 after just 4 weeks, but look, that's life. People want to go and take that. So, horses for courses again. Repeats a Casino Royale. But we'll move on to the last one this week, John. It's number 10 this week. It's Late Night, and its first week's grossed £400,000 over the weekend. And of course, overall, this is the Emma Thompson film. Yeah, I've heard about this. A late night chat show. Yeah, I've heard it's very, very good, Steve. Yeah, I'm actually going to go and watch it because it really does intrigue me. The concept of a late chat show host and her numbers or her ratings start dipping, and how that affects her. Apparently it's incredible. Apparently Emma Thompson's amazing in it. It's grossed $5.9 million worldwide, and as you did say, it's opening not too great here, which is a shame. Only coming in at just under £500,000 after its first week. That's sad, Stephen, but we have seen it before. People over here have got strange tastes in movies. I think chat shows over here aren't as big as they are in the US as well. Yeah, that's because we haven't got charismatic presenters, Stephen. The best we can conjure up is obviously Graham Norton and Jonathan Ross. The two of them are good, to be fair. They're good, but they're not Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert. I'm not even going to mention Conan O'Brien. So you can understand people perhaps not connecting, but we've seen it again and again, Stephen. People like what they like over here, and it's not usually something that I agree with, but
that's just life. I'll go and watch it.
They like to take that. That's the
They do.
main
They
thing.
like to take that. Yeah. Nah, I think they're absolutely shite. And I'm going to end the show on that note, Stephen, because I'm pretty sure you've got nothing more to say.
Nope.
And I will pass it off to you now, guys. What did you make of the breakdown in this week's box office? If you feel like you have to say something about it, there's a comment section below. You can obviously tell us what your thoughts are down there. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. We'll be back again tomorrow with MBE Heroes.